Hi guys, so sorry it went off again. Um, Obviously I got too much on my SD card and it was full. I took some off and obviously it wasn't enough. I've, but I've now discovered something really good. You know, my internet used to be quite slow. Well, we thought it was fast. But if my husband's computer was on at the same time as mine, if I was uploading, the internet would cut out, and it just kept doing that. So um, the only way I could upload was at night when we were both in bed. So which was a bit of a pain really, because sometimes I'd switch my computer off forgetting I needed to upload something, and it was a pain. We've just cancelled Sky Sports, what we had on for my son Asher when he was here, but now he's not here. We cancelled that, and my husband found out that our um, contract was due for renewal, and we got offered really high speed connection at no cost and no extra cost. So I've just uploaded 2 videos during the day while my husband's computer is on, Zach's PlayStation is on upstairs, and it didn't cut out. So brilliant, I can upload anytime I want now. So let's hope now we can get this dress finished. Right, what I was doing was I did a light layer of the May green, then I went in with permanent green olive over the dark bits, and then I used earth green yellowish to blend the two together. Then I went over again lightly with the May green and again with the dark, and that's all I've done. So, and then on the bands here, the little leaf bits I did with May green, and I did the outside of the flowers with May green as well. And then I did dark just in the where they met the flowers in the centres, which just set it off nicely. And I've remembered to bring my eraser this time, because the base bit is going to be sort of white, cream and ivory. So let's see how that goes. I need to erase a little bit. I have a Tihu eraser here, which has got some really small point on it, and you just pull it out and you put the little things in, and away you go. So I need to just erase some bits here. It's not too noisy. So because we're going to do these white, so I don't want any green on them. So get rid of that where I've gone over slightly, which doesn't take too long. These are quite good, these Tihus. They're really, really small, so you can get into tiny places with them, which is really nice. Because otherwise with a normal eraser you'd have an awful trouble. And I need to find some where I can get some more of these really, really tiny ones, replacements. And we'll just do a bit on her arm there. Get rid of all the green when I've gone over, like I always do. So that's great. I'm really pleased that I've managed to upload both parts of her skin, part 1 and part 2 of her skin. The next parts will be tomorrow, and I'll upload part 1 and part 2 of her hair. And I'm sorry the dress is in 3 parts because it kept cutting out, and I'm just keeping my eye on it at the moment that it is still going and it's not going to cut out on me again. Right, I'm just going to go, I've got white, cream and ivory here, and I am going to just go over lightly all over the inner bits, because they're so tiny little bits. I'm not going to be absolutely precise on this because it's white anyway. It's not going to show too much. There's a bit more green there that I've missed. I need to get rid of if I can. I think my battery needs doing on there, but anyway. So we're going to go just where we can with white. It doesn't really show, but it just means that we're not going to be able to put another dark colour over the top. You know, it will sort of stay white. I could even actually do white with the Posca pen at the end, because these outer parts I want to stay completely white, and I want the inner parts to be a little bit darker, as they would be. Anastasia has put in some shading on them, so she has put some of the white in for you already. But if, like me, I might go in with a Posca. I'll see how we are at the end. The middle of the flowers, I'm not decided on them yet. So I'm going to go down these bits, because these bits I want white. These bits are going to be cream. Right, the arm bit I'm going to go over there. But so, like, we can do a Posca if we want, you know. I might leave the insides of the flowers white actually as well. I have gone over a little bit on them, but I'm not going to worry too much about them, because it's not really going to stand out. You're not really going to see it anyway, so that's not too bad. So go into these bits, and on the arms. Right, so that's the white bit done. The dark bit I think will be the cream, and especially where Anastasia has highlighted it here, it's more creamy, and it's going to be a bit darker. Probably inside these bits it's going to be a bit darker here, where these are, and on these bits here as well, on the outsides, and probably a little bit round there. So, like so. Going to be a little bit darker on the insides and a little bit darker on the outsides as well. So we don't have to be perfect on these bits, because they're going to be mainly, you know, pale colour anyway, so it doesn't really matter about being too perfect on these bits. And then I'm just going to go in with the cream, not the cream, sorry, the ivory, after we've done some darker bits on the outside. You can tell it's warm because the pencils are sticking to my arm when I'm leaning on them. That's what usually happens. But there we go. So these bits are really dark, so these bits are going to be cream in here. All these bits are going to be cream, and then I'll do a bit on the arm as well, and the sleeve, because the outsides are going to be cream, and some creamy bits up here, and we'll get this dress done today. Not had much luck today actually. I did the first part and it stopped, and then I tried again and it did about 15 minutes I think in part 2 before it stopped again, and I've just uploaded the skin part 1 and part 2, so that's took an hour off of the card, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get this dress done today. Right, I'm now going to go in, and they're sticking to me again, with the ivory and just go over all the bits. It'll just blend them all in together, but you'll just see a bit darker on the outside where I've put the cream, but the other bits just blend it all in. And then the very outsides I'm going to do white, but I probably will go in with a white Posca. Just to make them bits stand out from these ivory and cream bits, so that will just stand it out a bit more. But I'm pleased so far how she's coming along. Say I don't have specific combinations that I have, you know, for skin or things. I just pick pencils, and I don't even use all the pencils sometimes, or and I don't use them in the same order sometimes even. So every one comes out different, and then sometimes I'm not too happy with how the skin tones come out. So you know, it's just sort of, I just go with the flow basically. I don't have any specific way that I do it. I just do it and it either works or it doesn't. Simple as that. But I'm quite pleased with this so far. I mean, I think, I mean, I know I haven't got a camera, you know, that can go really close in and show you all the bits and things, but I hope you can see enough of what I'm doing, and you know, and I'm happy with how it's come out so far. So that's really good, because there's nothing worse than having having it on camera and it completely messes up and it looks nothing like you wanted it to look, because that's just so embarrassing. There's just nothing worse. How long am I going to be? Why, what do you want?
I want to get past.
You want to get past?
Yeah.
Let you get past then.
Thank you very much. When you finish doing your drawing, you can throw all that away in the bin.
Yeah, I can. Right. My husband's just cooking dinner, so that's what you can hear, the oven and things going on in the kitchen. So I say to you, it's not ideal me doing this on the kitchen table really, because there's always somebody wanting to come in the kitchen to do something, cook dinner or get a drink or something, and you know, so not ideal. So I'm hoping, like, stuff I'm selling on eBay, hopefully it will come out, get all the stuff out, and then I can have a sort of craft room where I can film in peace and no one's gonna come and disturb me wanting a drink or something. You know, I can just sit there and film to my heart's content. So it will be so much easier. So that's the plan. That's the grand plan for me this, I'll say this year, but it's going to take me quite a long while to get to the stage where it's just a craft room and there's no junk. Some will be charity shops, some will be to sell, some will be to be thrown away. I just don't know until I come across stuff, you know, whether I'm going to keep it or whether I'm not, or whatever I'm doing with it. So it's not going to be, and because I get so tired and stuff, I you know, hopefully won't get too tired. I mean, I'm tired now. I was sitting uploading the skin parts of this, and I was sitting there dropping off, falling asleep in the chair like I normally do, and it's still filming. Brilliant, and we're nearly done. So that's that, and we're just going to go through here with on these edges with the white again. A bit harder this time. As you can see, I'm, you know, pencils are sticking to my arm again, as they do when it's warm, because it is quite warm today, and now the oven is on. Obviously it makes it, you know, more warmer in here, but the window is slightly open and the cats don't go up there anyway because it's above the sink, and they know there's water goes in the sink, so they don't like it up there. Right, let's do this bit. I probably will go with a white Posca because that will just bring it out a bit more. I didn't really want a different colour as such on the dress. I just wanted the same sort of colour but different, if you know what I mean. So I thought I would do, you know, the flowers and that, and green and just sort of keep it the same sort of colours. What I am going to do is whiten these flowers. What I am going to do is, so long as this is still recording, I'm going to take my May green and I'm going to do the gems in her necklace green as well, and this droplet here, and they're going to be green, and as are her earrings. So we're going to put some green in all of these, and the droplet as well. Not sure about them bits there. Right, let's just go in with the darker one because there is some shading on these as well. My dog's looking for her dinner now. Everyone's wanting dinner. It's because this messed up this afternoon twice, and then I've had to try and upload stuff and that to get it off the card. So everyone's looking for dinner now, but we're nearly done. We're not far off done. So we'll just put a little bit of shading on there, and we want the earth green yellow, which is, find it, no, that's May green, that one, and we're just going to blend that dark and that light in so it doesn't look so sticky out. This is the good thing about the three colour, the light, the medium and the dark. I always do the light first, then I go to the dark, and then I go to the medium to blend the two together, so they look, you know, they don't stand out as much, they look so much better like that. So that's what we're going to do. I'll just do these bits, and I think that's it for now. What are we on? 17. Oh, that's not too bad. What I'm going to quickly do then is this stained glass. I don't want a lot of it as stained glass. I'm just going to do these flower things, and I'm going to do exactly the same as I've done with her jewellery. A base of May green, then the dark, and then the medium to blend them in. And you can go backwards and forwards if you think it needs a bit more dark, like on the dress. You can go in at the end with a bit more dark just to make it stand out a bit more. So these are going to be green here because we've just got a bit of time. These are going to be green. Not sure about the rest. I might keep it. Not sure, to be honest. I might do these little bits as well. Do these green as well, actually. And then the rest of it I'm going to do sort of grey, beigey, sort of stone, like church sort of stonework colour. That's what I'm going to do. So if you hear a hum, that's my oven cooking my dinner. So we're going to just go over these. I'm just making sure that it's still going, it's still recording, yay. Let me just move my arm a little bit over this way. Get these green, and then the rest I think is going to be maybe clear glass and stonework, I think. Don't like using too many colours on the same page. I know some pictures do call for it, like if you're doing, for instance, maybe a mermaid and there's lots of sea creatures and coral and things. obviously they're all different colours, so you would use, well, you don't have to, but I mean, if you want to do it realistically, you could, you know, you would have to use sort of quite a lot of different colours if there's lots of different fish and coral and things. So, but I mean, you can do them any colour you like, but I try and sort of not use too many colours. Try and do colours that match, but try and do other stuff on the picture that's sort of similar colours or same colours as well. Just, I don't know, that's just me, I just like it. So that's that bit done. And we'll do some dark on there, and we're still recording, yes we are. You see, right, this is really dark here, and around here is really dark as well, like that, and around there is really dark. Here comes Lily now, she wants her dinner. She's crunching biscuits. As you can probably hear that quite loud because she's quite next to the camera really. So, right, these bits are all dark. I'm gonna put, she hasn't done dark on there, but I am going to just put a little bit of dark on there. Right, this one, let's see, dark in that corner. Obviously the light, you know, would sort of be, it depends where the light is coming from, where your dark side would be on these, but they are sort of all mostly on the same side. Not all, that one isn't. And there's a bit over there as well. And we're still recording, here we are. Let's do this one. And then, I mean, I've not done her eyebrows. I forgot to do them. I probably will do them off camera, and they will just be, you know, brown, the same colour as her hair really. So they're quite easy. Not decided on lipstick or what I'm going to do for the jewellery colour, whether I'm going to do silver because this is going to be sort of greyish, or whether I'm going to do gold colour. Not decided yet. Silver might look good because it might tie in with this stonework, so that would be probably quite good. So yeah, but we'll do that when we come back next time. I just thought, seeing that this was quite a short video, finishing off the dress, I could get away with doing a little bit more just while we're here, you know, well, just to make it a bit of a longer video for you, and for you to sort of see, you know, where I'm going with this. Obviously you don't have to do yours the same, you can do it different to me. I have to just keep looking up to make sure that it's still filming, because we've had it go twice today, so don't really want to get it to go again before I've finished. Right, so these ones, I am sort of rushing here because I don't want it to run out. Earth green, red, yellowish, medium colour. Hope you can see. And then I'm just going to tie them sort of together, blend them in together, like so. Just like I did with the dress really, just going a little bit over what it already is. And then we will go back in with the light over everything, and then if we need to go in with some more dark, then we can. Just basically just like we did with the dress, which I hope you saw that bit. It's annoying when you don't know where the video has stopped, and alright, I can watch it, you know, on my computer, but it just takes time, and I can't remember what I've said to you, what I haven't said to you, and it's annoying when you sort of, you've done all that and then you realise that it's not recorded it. So, are we still recording? We are. So, this is all I'm going to do. I'll just do this one actually. Because there's quite a few of these. I just don't want it to cut off again. That's all. But this is all I'm going to do. Exactly the same as we did with the dress. Sort of blend the two in together. And then we'll go in with some more with the light. And if we need to darken the darker bits up, we can do that. Because so far I'm quite pleased with how this has come out. I mean, some of them I really like and I'm pleased with how they come out, and some of them I think, oh my goodness, what did I do there? Why did I do that? Why did I do that colour? But it's trial and error, you know. I'm hoping I'm learning from my mistakes and not doing the same thing again. That's the plan anyway. And I think that's all we can, you know, ask of ourselves. That's, you know, that's probably the best way to learn, is to, you know, make the mistakes, and then you know not to do it again. So that's probably the best way to learn, to be honest. That's how I find. I've always been like that. My parents used to say, don't do that, you know, it'll be wrong or whatever, and I used to think, well, if I don't try it, I'm never going to know whether it's wrong or right for me. And of course I always tried it, and of course it always went wrong usually, and I'd get the I told you so. But I always think, you know, that you have to learn the hard way, because somebody telling you, you're always going to be thinking, would it have been wrong or would it have been right? And you're never going to know that unless you try it. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 your parents were right, and you know, it wasn't a good thing to do, but you're never going to learn unless you do it. That's what I found anyway. Somebody telling me it's wrong to do it doesn't work for me. I have to do it and find out for myself. And if you're that sort of person like me, just go for it, you know, go for things. You just have to go for things and try them and see what happens. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But hey, you've had fun doing it, you know. And that's what I always think. I've had fun doing these things, even though sometimes they've come out wrong. You know, I've still had fun doing them. So we're still recording. We are. That's good. What time are we on? 28. So that's good. We've got a little bit of time. We should get these done. So I am rushing a bit on these, but I will take my time on the stonework when I come to do that. I will take my time completely on that. Right, back to the light again, and I'm going to go all the way over with the light one, which is the May green, and it's, you just go over everything with the light. Not hard, just, you know, another light coat. I should take my time a bit really, because I don't want to go over too much, because it might not erase out properly, and I want to do the background really, really nicely. So that's them ones. Might just go in a bit with the dark after, and then we'll finish up. And then when we come back, we will do the stonework, which is, like I said, is going to be a sort of like a church, like the interior of a church. The stonework is, it's different colours in different churches, but it's sort of a grey, beige sort of stonework colour. That's sort of how I want it to be. I mean, you might be different. You might want all of this stained glass. And then you might choose to do them all different colours, which would also look good. But I just want mainly stonework and not lots of different colour stained windows, because like I said, I want to try and keep this page sort of same colour. Pencils are sticking to my arms again like they do when it's warm. Obviously I've got this light on as well, which helps you to see, but it also gets hot and it makes me hot and it makes the pencils hot, and then we all stick to each other, which isn't always a good thing. So nearly done. We're still going. Yep, that's cool. And if you're wondering, does my husband cook a lot? Does he, you know, do our meals a lot? Yes, he does. He does all of the meals. Because of the amount of pills and that I'm on, I do get forgetful. I do get confused what order things go in, and I just, it's not good. You know, I do help him sometimes. You know, I might just do a certain things, not a lot I can do to help him. But I might, you know, get the cutlery out, or the plates, or I don't know, something that's not too heavy for my hands. Something that, you know, that I can hold and do, because very often, I mean, I'm holding these pencils, but sometimes I can't even do that. So it just depends, you know. Sometimes it's just putting something in the microwave and pressing the buttons, you know, is a help, and I can do that usually. So yeah, my husband, although he's disabled as well, he has ankylosing spondylitis. He is really my carer. He does just about everything. The only thing he won't do is eBay. So that's down to me, so I have to sort of sit and try and go through things and sort things out, and you know, try and photograph stuff, and so that falls to me. But you know, some days I can do it, some days I can't. So it just, that, you know, it just takes so long to do stuff, but got to be done. So, you know, nobody else is going to do it for me. So even though I struggle, I have to, you know, some days just get on and do it. I'll share, most of you, I know most of you have got a disability as well, and you struggle on and you just get on and do it because you have no choice. You know, there is nobody that's going to come and do these things for me. They don't know what I want to keep and what I want to sell or throw away, or, you know, there's only me can say that. So, you know, I have to be the one to do it, really. And things just get hung up on a hanger, on the door, photographed, put into a bin bag, you know, and then the next one, and that's how it goes. Everything gets put into a bin bag, and you know, when it's sold, and off it goes. That light flickered then, didn't it? Don't know why that did that. Are we still filming? Yeah, we are. So that's how it is. I suppose it's the same for everybody, you know. No one's going to do the stuff for you. If you've got lots of money, I suppose you could pay somebody to, you know, do stuff for you. But I say they don't know what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. So you've still got to be there to tell them. Even if, you know, you get the help, you've still got to be there to tell somebody, oh, I'm keeping that, I'm selling that, or, you know, so, I mean, it's my stuff, it's stuff I've accumulated over the years, so there's only me that can say, keep it, throw it away, you know, or whatever really. So, yeah, however tired I am, sometimes I just get on and do it, and sometimes I just cannot physically do it, and I just end up in bed. So, and it just gets left for another day. That's what I've been doing a lot of, sort of lately, as much as I can. It's probably why I'm tired all the time. And as soon as I sit down, like when the 2 skin ones were uploading, as soon as I sit down and just waiting for something, I end up falling asleep. It's that bad. Hey, yeah, that looks quite good. I'm pleased with that, guys. And we are at, oh, I don't know, 38, does it say? I can't quite see it. But I think I'm going to leave it here for today. When we come back, we've got the stonework to do, and there's obviously some glass in other places, but I mean, they don't have to be glass. I can do it all stonework. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. And we've got to finish off our eyebrows and pick a colour for our lips and pick a colour for this, either silver or gold or whatever, and see how we go. And probably Posca around the edges and on the inside of them. Could even leave them white, I suppose, and do Posca. We'll see. I'll see how I feel. That's what I do on the day. I just see how I feel, and that's what I go with. So that's what we've gone with today. Sorry it was in 3 parts. I probably could have got it done in 2 parts, but the camera decided to die. So I'll